So today I wanted to talk to you about my Botox and my experience. Sorry, I'm trying to get myself comfortable. So some of you might know that I've had Botox done just twice before, and that was a long time ago, probably before I even started doing YouTube. And I did it because I had a couple of friends that were doing it all the time and they really liked it. So I thought I have a go. So it must have been about 5 years ago. So, and this was done by a man, and not any man, obviously, he was qualified to do it. But I don't know, or he didn't have much experience, or he didn't really understand what I wanted. To be honest, I didn't know what I wanted from it. And that's the thing, you need to really think and know how this works and what is achievable, and that you might get not side effects, but you might get a look that you are not happy with. So I have, not now obviously, I have just a few, but I have lines all over my forehead, especially here, because I talk a lot like this. As you know, I always raise my eyebrows, and I had quite deep 11s, especially on one side, and some of the smileys. So when I went the first time, obviously he thought, right, so you want to get rid of all these wrinkles. So he put that Botox everywhere in my forehead. And after a week, I used to wake up and cry, because I had a beautiful smooth forehead with no single wrinkle, but I also had eyes like this. I looked angry. You know, I have hooded eyes anyway. That made my eyes even more hooded, to the point that to put my eyeshadow on, I had to physically lift my eyebrow to be able to put eyeshadow on. And I actually had that heavy feeling, you know, like you are trapped in your own head. Really weird. So I was so disappointed and hated it. Well, it's like bittersweet, because yes, I had a beautiful forehead, but the overall look wasn't what I wanted. So, you know, I didn't worry too much, because obviously, you know, it's gonna wear off. It's not like something permanent that you're stuck with. And I would say, because you put so much, I mean, that Botox lasted me for months and months. But when it started wearing off, well, not wearing off, but about 2 months after, I started seeing a bit of movement, and from then on it was better and better. So I thought, no, I didn't like it, I'm not having it done again. Then my other friend said, no, I've got really good lady, you know, good doctor, she will give you what you want. So, and that must have been a year after the first one that I went and had it done with someone else. And I've explained to her, you know, I said, I want a bit of a lift. I don't want my heavy brows, blah, blah. So she said, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So she put more in here, and then she put some really high up. And that wasn't too bad, but again, didn't like that look, because I ended up with this look. You know, when you look a bit like Dr. Spock. And some people like it, and that's absolutely fine. It just wasn't for me. I didn't feel like I looked like myself. So after that, I thought, that's it. I'm not doing Botox again. Obviously, I can't get what I want. I want the brow lift, but I want the wrinkles to disappear. And it's not as easy as that. The placement of the injections is so important. So you need to go to someone who is very experienced and has done lots of them, because everybody's, well, we all have the same muscles, but they all work differently, because we all make different expressions. So it's so important that you find someone that actually knows and understands what you want, and obviously will give you an answer if it's achievable, if it's realistic, because not everything is achievable. Like for example, I cannot have movement in my eyebrows and no single wrinkle. For me, that's not achievable because of my hooded eyes. And you have to understand that wherever they put injection, so say they put injection here, the area around it, that is about like a 10 pence piece size. I don't know what that size will be in American money, but I would say is this size of that circle here. That's the area that is gonna get numb rounded. So imagine if she put it down here, it will numb my eyebrows as well, and that's what will give me hooded eyes. So you have to be really aware of, you know, not just getting rid of the wrinkles, the overall look that you will get. So anyway, I wasn't gonna have it done ever again, but lately I really haven't been liking my forehead, and it's not so much the wrinkles here, the middle here, and I don't know how to explain, you will know if you have that, is not so much the wrinkles. I did have lines here, but most of my lines are here. But the actual texture of your forehead, because I suppose of the frowning, it's almost like crinkled and like orange peel skin, if you know what I mean, like very, very textured, not smooth. And that's what I started hating, and I've noticed that whenever I put foundation on, it almost like really showed in this area. So then I've talked to, it's a long story who it is, but it's someone that I've known a long time ago. I don't see him very often, but my friend sees him, blah blah. And she told me about this lady called Rachel, who works in all sorts of different clinics. She has the days where she does the Botox and filler. And I looked at her website and I looked at her Facebook, and I had a good feeling, okay, about her. So I contacted her, and when I told you last time I am going to have Botox, which was because I've had it done now just over 2 weeks ago. So on Friday I had a little top up, because Friday was 2 weeks, I think. So anyway, so I contacted her, she came to my house, and we had like a consultation first, because I still at that point didn't know if I was going to go ahead with it. I wanted to see what she is like, you know, if she gets what I'm, you know, like sometimes you get that feeling. And after have done it 2 times previously, I almost knew what I wanted, and I knew what questions to ask and stuff like that. So I was very happy with everything we talked about. So then I've agreed, I've decided to have it done. Okay, so I told her exactly what I want to have done. If you want to see me what I looked before, you just need to go back to, or even a week ago, to my videos to see, because I see if I can insert some photos before and after. I didn't take photos of, do you know what, actually she took photos of me, so I could ask her to send me some. Anyway, let me tell you what happened. So first of all, I told her what I wanted. I said, right, I want to get rid of some of the wrinkles. I want this bit smoother, but I don't want my eyebrows heavy, or I don't want this look. And she said, yeah, I know exactly what you mean, achievable, but you must understand, you can't get rid of all these lines here. I have very strong muscles here where I lift my eyebrows like this, and you know me because I always talk like I'm surprised. I said, fine, I'd rather have those few lines. I'd rather look more natural than I end out and have droopy eyes or really pointy eyebrows. The next thing she did surprised me so much. None of the other people did that with me. She took her iPad and she started taking pictures of me. So I looked straight ahead first, and I was in a relaxed state. Then she told me to lift my eyebrows. Then she took this side and this side, you know, told me to really smile. And then she said to me, look at all this. And I've never noticed it myself, but now she's said it, I can see it. She said, this side of my face, the muscles on that side are so much stronger, and you could only see it after the photos. For example, the crow's feet on this side was so much worse than on this side, that when she was actually taking picture of that one, she said, are you smiling? Are you smiling? I said, yes, I'm smiling. And then I remember my 11s, this one was much deeper, and also here you can still see, I hope, that this line, even though I've had Botox and they are still showing, but this one is much deeper, it's almost like a sausage, and this is after 2 weeks of Botox. So what she did then, she adjusted the amount of Botox she put in each side. And I thought, well, it only makes sense. So she put a bit more in this side where my muscles are stronger and a bit less in this side. So I tell you now where I had it injected. I had it injected here in my 11s, and then I felt her doing to here, and I think this is for that lift, you know, because look, when I try to frown, I'm actually frowning with my nose. So I still have tiny bit of movement, but I think I'm frowning, but I see my nose is frowning, not my eyes. So I had it here, I had some here, and then I think she put some here and some here, quite high up, because remember, like I told you, if she injects it here, about this area will be affected. So I didn't have any like round here because I didn't want my eyebrows to droop. And I had tiny bit in my crow's feet. Crow's feet. Okay, so my crow's feet are still there. This side is a bit better because I don't want it all to go, you know. I still want to have some facial expressions. And then after 2 weeks she sees you for update, because it takes 2 full weeks for the Botox to fully kick in. So don't expect that if you have it done today, tomorrow you will see a difference. You'll see nothing for about 3-4 days. And even then there are very subtle changes. After a week you can see much more. But 2 weeks is where it fully kicks in, and that's what it's going to look like. So obviously every day I was checking and checking, and yeah, after about 5 days I started seeing a difference, and the first thing was here, I think, in my 11s, and I really liked it. And the best thing that I liked about it is that I can, as you can see, still move my eyebrows. That's so important to me. And yeah, I still have, oh, and obviously here is much deeper than here. I still have few of these, but I'm so fine with those. It still gives me some, you know, character and looks like me. But I absolutely love this bit. It just looks shiny, stretched. I don't have any more that orange peel skin. It's almost like a screwed up paper, you know, here in the middle. And I think that what makes you all lifted and more open-eyed and youthful. You have to remember, it's all about physics really, how the light reflects off surfaces. So if you imagine if you had a ray of light reflecting off a completely even flat surface, it will reflect back straight. But if you point that at something screwed up and textured, once it bounces off, it's all broken up, and that's what you get. So the flatter the surface, the nicer it looks. That's why the young girls look so beautiful and radiant, because of the way the light reflects off their faces, and their faces are lovely and smooth and don't have much texture to it. So yes, I am very happy. And at my checkup I had because this, I mean, I can't tell, I think it's getting a bit better actually, because on Friday these were much deeper still, and I said, do you think you could put tiny bit more without risking my, you know, brow to drop? She said, you're risking it. I said, I'll put a tiny bit, especially in this one. So yeah, I would say that tiny bits improved. So I had just a bit more put in here and a bit on this side because it's uneven now. I've got more lines here than here. But other than that, I'm absolutely over the moon with it, and I will have it done again. Now, does it hurt? I don't think it hurts. Some bits hurt more than others. If you've ever had inoculation, you know, when you have a little injection, it's just like that. The needle is so fine, and the most painful was here, and she said, yeah, that is more, that I wouldn't even call it painful, uncomfortable, that it made my eyes water, but the rest is just a quick poke, you know. And I'm not a wuss, I'm not scared of pain, but to me this is not painful. Obviously if you're scared of needles and you're a wuss, it probably will be painful for you, but honestly, Botox is piece of cake. Now, I also have talked to her about fillers, and the only place I would like to have the fillers is in my eye troughs. So, you know, my bags are looking much better. I still get questions if I've had a plastic surgery, if I've done anything. I haven't. You've seen my skincare routine, everything I'm using. I can't tell you if it's one of those products or combination of them all. My bags definitely look better, but I still have them. And also remember the lighting I have. I mean, everything looks so much better on camera, believe me, than in real life, because of all the good lighting that we YouTubers use. But when I look down, you can still see my troughs. So I still have a bit of a loose skin and these troughs. So I'm thinking to have them filled in, but I'm not in a rush for that. I might have it done after the summer. I'm like trying to save my every penny for New York right now, because I want to do some serious shopping there. So yeah, I probably will have it done, just because I have faith in her now, and I trust that she knows what she's talking about, and she also understands what I'm talking about. Okay, and if you want to know the price, it was £250 for 3 areas. So you, here in the UK you pay per area. I think in the US you pay by unit or whatever. Here you pay per area. So what is an area? Your 11th is an area, your forehead is another area, and your crow's feet are the third area. So depends how many areas you have done, that's how much you pay, because you might just want them in here, or you might just want it here and leave the forehead alone. Everybody is different. So I had 3 areas obviously, so mine was £250, and I think this is very good price, because all these years ago I paid so much more for something that I hated. So I am so happy with it, and I will definitely do it again. Again, this might not be for you, and I'm not telling you to go and get it. This is something that I choose to do, makes me feel better, and also is preventative, because these muscles are being paralyzed, therefore you're not making the constant impressions, therefore you're not making your wrinkles worse. So it is prevention as well as treatment. Now, where the skincare comes into play with the Botox. Because I have Botox doesn't mean I don't need to use any skincare and all my tools. I'm still going to be using it all. Remember, Botox is not treating my skin and how I age. Botox just treats deep wrinkles that no cream, no skincare will repair. Okay, so it just relaxes those muscles that make those wrinkles appear, and it's preventative. So my skincare routine, everything stays the same. The only thing is I haven't used any of my anti-aging tools like the Derma Roller, any of the light ones for the 2 weeks while I had waited for the Botox. She said you can use this stuff within 48 hours after you've had the Botox, but I was scared. I thought I don't want to move it around just in case. So I just left it for 2 weeks. I didn't use any of those for 2 weeks. Not that that's what you're supposed to do, that's just what I chose to do. But now I'm going to be using everything, my Derma Roller, everything that's got nothing to do with the Botox. I'm still using my Retin-A, so none of that has changed. So remember, Botox is not treating stopping you aging, it's just freezing the muscles that make those wrinkles. And the deep wrinkles, then no cream will get rid of. But you still need to use your skincare and everything to keep it in as good condition as possible. So that's what I do. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to tell you about it. If you have any questions, just leave them in comments. But I think I've covered everything. Please tell me what do you think? Do you see the difference? I know just a couple of you noticed, maybe more of you noticed, but a couple of you mentioned it in the comments about a week ago. Have I had a Botox because I look, my forehead looks smoother or something like that. So tell me if you can see the difference. I don't necessarily look at myself and think, oh my god, I look so different like I did with the other 2 times. I actually used to look at myself and think, this is not me. But obviously I like the smoothness. So yeah, please share what you think about it. Would you have it done? But you know, I don't want any nasty comments and whatever. I'm not interested in that. It's my choice and I do what the hell I like with my face. And I'm always honest with you, so it's not like I'm trying to hide it. Yes, so that's all I wanted to tell you. I hope you enjoyed it, found it helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye.